switch over though.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm alive.
I understand that feeling. All too well. Let me launch Terraria. Oh, right. The update that Punch literally told me about.
It's
That
only
I
like
forgot to actually
300 meg.
Yeah, as I say, it's not too bad, but it's still like, wish I would have
This
remembered.
doesn't look like TF2.
This... Oh, good point. I need to change that. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Well, I mean, a black screen might represent TF2 and the sadness that it can sometimes bring me.
I didn't want to say it.
Fair. Oh, all right, give me 1 second. How do I even do servers again? It's been a while. There we go. I can't remember what we called. Did we just call it League? I think we called it League.
That is what you called it.
All right.
Ooh, more things can stack now.
Ooh, that does sound nice.
They also added gear loadouts.
Oh,
You have 3 of them. I'm preparing you now for the bad news. If you want to use a different loadout, you need entirely new gear.
Oh,
you can't have the same gear in multiple loadouts?
That is correct.
That seems
That's
weird.
But on the
dumb.
bright side, now you have 3 times as much storage for equipment.
Ooh,
I mean, yeah.
that is a nice bright side.
I can't connect quite yet. I have to wait for the update, but there's the IP.
I promise only to dox you 2 or maybe 3 times.
I mean, as is, it's like, I don't mind. Joyful keeps threatening to give my last name. It's like, whatever, I don't care anymore. It's a joke, though, from him, to clarify.
Fair.
But as I say, before somebody's like, do you need help? No, it's a joke. I know he's joking. I know he was here. He may not be anymore. He was watching the foosball.
The foosball?
The foosball, football.
Oh, okay.
I did tell him I probably would be 100% more interested in professional foosball over football, though. Not gonna lie.
Oh, sorry. I almost got excited for a second at the prospect of it being a real thing.
I mean, it might be. Let's see. Let's take a look. Professional foosball.
I mean, it's not like table tennis. Like, you're already up in the other guy's face. So I'm just imagining 2 people screaming at each other.
Well, ooh, International Table Soccer Federation. I'm curious now.
Oh, I need to log into Terraria. Probably that means I should shut down Godot.
Oh, it is a real thing. I want to watch this later. Table soccer is now recognized as a sport in Austria. Nice.
Oh, that means they're gonna have awesome accents for yelling at each other too.
That's true. Oh man, can we get rid of football and just do foosball, please? Like, I'm fine with baseball.
I don't know that
baseball,
you're gonna get rid of football.
Yeah.
Max, what kind of American are you?
What?
I mean,
I'm an American.
The
that actually likes
college
good
ball
things.
game is still strong. The professional level,
So the professional level does seem to be dying a little bit, because I don't know why, to be quite honest.
Go woke, get broke.
I mean, that's true, yeah. Oh, come on, Terraria, capture.
Time to find out. Oh, come on, Terraria. I saw the little slogan, and I'm like, that's terrible. It's a binary joke, I think.
What is?
Because it's 1 + 1 = 10, which is true if you.
So I thought you meant a different kind of binary. I was about to get angry for different
I'm
reasons.
looking for this icon.
It was okay.
I think it's random, like how Minecraft has that.
Oh, sure.
I need to remember which character was it. I think this is the one that accidentally started on medium core.
You know, hold on. Let me relaunch the server, because I just realized.
Is that what I did?
Yeah.
I think I know what happened. I launched the server while Terraria was updating, so I think the server is technically still on the old one.
That sounds right.
Yeah. It's like, wait, why am I want to join my own server, please. Thank you.
Wait, why?
I mean, worst case, we have to start a new world.
I would not be.
We're all super
it sounds like
for a new world, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to starting a new world with all the new
Well-
content, but at the same time, I'd like to finish this world first.
Yeah, I mean, people have spent a lot of time building stuff on here, so
Yeah,
What in
it's like
the world?
go on.
I just have no idea why I can't create a new character. I'm just trying to figure out which one. I'm literally, and I'm not trying to do that. Actually, do that. I'm just trying to do that to figure out which one of these I was playing on last time.
Right. That's a good question. Server's up, by the way.
Okay.
It is working now.
Okay.
Because I think I played on medium, and I decided to eventually just like not do that
Max.
anymore.
Another fun bit, if you have your Excalibur.
I
Swing
might.
it.
Yeah. Oh, it's bigger now.
And it's
Oh,
and
that's
it has
awesome.
like ambient glow, so like you can
Yeah,
look through terrain with it a little bit.
Oh wait, really? Oh, I didn't realize that. You're right. Yeah. Like we could totally get this iron over here that we probably don't really need anymore.
Okay.
I guess I'll go fishing.
That was my plan, yes.
Yeah. At least until everybody gets in here.
Surface hollow. It's gonna take me all day just to find it again.
I think it's to the left. Yeah, if you go to the desert pylon slightly to the right, you have a little shack set up there.
Yeah, this seems like what I would have.
A little shack?
I don't know. I need to. Is it blue team?
Oh, yeah, we
Oh
haven't
yeah,
done
good
that
point.
either.
Thank you.
Good call.
I make those on occasion.
This isn't Hallow. This is frozen tundra.
Keep a little further. A little further. I promise it will be hollow eventually.
I'm now in Albuquerque.
Yeah. You should have listened to Bugs Bunny.
Oh, there it is. All right. Okay, I believe you.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Unfortunately, I can't remember ad names or anything like that worth a hoot, but I can remember bits and pieces of like geography. It's actually really useful for biking, so.
Fair.
Anybody know what the party wagon does?
It is
Some
a
is the party
wagon
wagon.
on which
I
to
don't know.
party.
That makes sense.
I don't really actually know anything.
All about that base. About that base. I'm
What?
sorry. I picked up a base.
Okay.
Dumb joke.
Yes. I mean, maybe, but like,
No, absolutely dumb. Like, no maybe. Oh, I should put in my angler gear. That'd probably help make this go much faster.
A little bit.
Oh,
I like that you have easy mode in your name.
yeah, I think I was just so I remember which one I was actually supposed to use.
Oh, I gotcha.
oh, I don't have angler pants. That's unfortunate. I should fix that sometime.
I'm just trying to find like some kind of shoes that.
Well, there's a pearlwood crate. They got that going for me. Yeah, it's nice that they have different loadouts, but as you said, it's kind of weird that you can't put your same stuff on some slots.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I like the ability to one-click and start fishing, but this way I can keep everything that I need on me. Going into the
Yeah,
late
I do
game.
appreciate that as well. Yeah.
Why is there a bunny with a slime outfit on?
Because it's Halloween or whatever.
Oh.
It's in disguise.
Well, you better attack
Yeah,
it,
I mean,
then.
that's really just what happens here. Like, oh, it's a monster. Guess I better kill it.
Right.
Really hope that
Just
doesn't
pixie fish
translate
for
to
today,
real
right?
life on the 30th.
Right. Oh. Well. Actually.
Kind of sad that I almost immediately fished up what I wanted. Now I have
Yeah.
nothing to do for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to figure out what we should do next. It's like, we got bosses, I think, but we gotta wait for everybody else for that, so...
Yeah.
I guess got to is a strong sentence, but I'm sure they'd like to.
For multiple reasons, there is a possibility that you should not wait too much for me. I may be dropping out a little earlier than normal today.
That's fair. I'll probably go for about 2 hours, so about 11:30 my time.
I think mainly it would be never mind.
Oh, I did not.
I mean, you can tell us if you want. You don't have to, though.
I just was I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be kind of useless for a boss fight right now anyway, so I will probably just try to find some shoes that maybe let me go a little bit faster.
It's all good.
Basically.
As is, we're waiting for Phil as well as Yogurt. I don't know if Yogurt's gonna make it though.
Are you guys fishing in the hollow? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
We were earlier, yeah.
You need like an escort?
Nah, not yet. I appreciate the offer though.
I have a shameful tentacles. Oh, I just got the dumb joke. I hate it.
Welcome to the internet.
Mm-hmm. Took me a second there. I'm gonna open my beer now.
Oh, this is interesting.
A hoppy pilsner. This will be interesting.
So the Mackenzie sells a thing called a mole cart, and if you're carrying minecart tracks, it's a cart that you can place, and you can dig and lay new track if you're carrying minecart tracks automatically.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. It's 44 gold, so if you have like 45 gold, that's the cost basically.
Right. Not awful.
No.
That's basically nothing. What am I looking at here?
Oh, there is so much crimson down here. This sunflower did not.
Did not.
We got some crimson like right at our doorstep, basically.
Yeah, I think you need like sets of 3 sunflowers, and for some reason it's been a little hard to find all the sunflowers. It does say 1 sunflower, but I don't believe that.
Well,
from the
when we hit hard mode, it spawned a bunch in random places, and
that is true. We had to relocate the.
Where'd we leave the dryad? The jungle?
I believe so.
Oh yeah.
Just get to work purifying it.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Because I've never done that.
This week. Yeah.
Wait, dryads in the jungle? That explains it.
Computer, are you scanning at the moment? I know I hope you are. I'm gonna stop that right now. No wonder why I'm thinking I'm getting a little bit of lag.
What are you doing?
He's defeating the 100th purpling, whatever that is.
Oh.
It sounds like herpes. I had a virus scan running without realizing it, so I was like,
Is
no
there
wonder
a
why everything's running
slime
a little
disguised
slowly.
as a bunny? Is that
Yes.
This is getting ridiculous.
We already said that.
No, I was talking. There was a bunny disguised as the slime earlier.
Yeah, they swapped them. It's weird.
So basically just attack it. I have so many Halloween quests I still need to do for various games. Okay, want to do for various games. Between TF2s and Guild Wars, and I guess I'm doing Fortnite's too. But at least I can do that one a little bit more happily now. They introduced an Ash Williams skin, so now the game isn't awful. Yes, it is. That's a lie. But I can play as Ash Williams, and introduce people to boomstick. So I got that going for me. I'm just trying to convince myself, aren't I? Hey, Hams, how are you?
Yeah, a little bit.
But I mean, Ash Williams is cool. We can agree on that part, right?
Groovy.
Alright, there we go. Good enough. I am actually wanting to watch it. If it was awful, you wouldn't play it? Yes, I would, True Regret. I'm getting ready to play Sonic 06 here, Sue. Sue. Yes, good job, Brandon. Soon.
Sonic 06?
I'm planning to play Sonic 06, yes.
Do you need an intervention?
Probably, yeah. Let's be honest here. But it's after I do the Metroid games, like all the ones that I can stream. So I got Prime 1 through 3, basically all the Metroids except for 2, because I don't have a way to capture 3DS stuff, so... Although I probably will just go buy a copy of 2 on the Game Boy here soon. I don't think that's too expensive. I'll have to check in a second. Hey,
Oh,
Son,
you're
how are
talking
you?
about the remake of 2.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably skip it and not feel too bad about it.
But the baby. Oh no, I'm gonna have to play other.
Yeah, that's not what we're talking about.
I mean, I'm just saying the baby first appears in 2, technically. Just saying.
Yeah, but she doesn't do that.
That's true. 14's quest was disappointing. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, you just finished. Which Assassin's Creed did you finish, Hams? Hold on, I need a. If it's like the first 2, the first 2 are typically pretty good, right?
First 2 of what?
14's like holiday quests in general are just kind of like nods to like, yep, it's a holiday, all right.
Oh,
we at least made the world, you know, decorated, but.
So, I'm gonna want just the cartridge for Metroid 2. By the way, I don't want complete in box for this one. No, thank you.
How bad?
It's $320.
You know, I might just send you. Wait, I don't know that I have a physical copy of it. Never mind.
I mean, but Punch. So just the cartridge is okay.
Sure.
It's $30.
Oh.
The cartridge is 30. Yeah. Cartridge is $30. So yeah, complete in box is $320. I
Why?
prefer complete in box, but I'm not gonna. Why do I prefer it? Because then I can sell it later.
Why is it that much more expensive?
Because people didn't typically used to keep the boxes back then. A lot of people threw them away.
Back then,
so.
that was like
30 years ago, Punch.
Oh, right, the original Metroid 2. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking like the more recent one.
Oh no, yeah, I have that one still. I have the collector's edition for it. Some good qualifier. Oh, the first one I have heard the first one was good. I am curious how much Fire Emblem Fates runs for. Now that you mentioned that, though, Punch, because that one had a very small printing, and I actually got the collector's edition for that, so I'm curious. Even though it's the worst Fire Emblem, but you know.
Are you sure it's the worst one?
Fine.
Not the one where you play as a series of idols instead of doing anything actual, you know, mercenary or sword related?
Which one was that? Is that Fates? No, not
the
Fates.
one on the Wii U.
There's one on the Wii U? Oh, Tokyo Mirage Session.
One.
I mean, technically that's Persona with Fire Emblem summons, so...
It does explain some things.
But... Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of digging this pumpkin slime. That's kind of cool. Yeah, oh, it's a Hopkins
Punch. If you'd like to,
Jack.
If you'd like to get really sad, the Fire Emblem Fates Special Edition runs for $430.
But why?
Small printing.
Oh. They had to use very tiny letters for the game. Sorry. Bad joke.
Yes. No. I understand.
What does...
So I'm very glad I got that copy then. Beeg is 8% hollow and 16% crimson. Well, how do I get rid of that, lady?
It's how much percent?
Oh, purification powder. 8 and 16%.
Oh, okay, that's not nearly as bad as I heard.
Oh, 60%, yeah. I'm still gonna buy a bunch of purification powder though.
Good call.
There's 11 purification power over here, by the way.
No, it's okay. I have 9,999.
There's also like 4 sunflower in here. You have 900. You have 9,999.
It costs a little bit.
I mean, I would imagine.
I have an angry radar. I got that going for me.
Is Is the radar angry, or does it detect angry people?
Which game out of... Oh, for Assassin's Creed Helms. I was gonna say, okay. One more time, Punch,
Don't
sorry.
worry about it. It was a bad joke.
Okay. Fair.
Like everything that I say.
I mean, I was actually kind
they're
of curious
funny.
which one it did.
Oh, all right. I'll ask it again.
All right.
Is the radar angry, or does it detect angry people?
It says it's angry radar, so I'm gonna go with why not both? It's like it could be angry. I'll be honest, I was expecting a since we just said 9,999 and said radar, I was expecting a DBZ joke.
Oh, fair.
Okay, so we're gonna go to KKairos' house and spray powder everywhere.
Like, itching powder? Like, is this a prank? Am I being punked?
I mean, if you want to keep the crimson there, I'll let you.
No, please do.
Nice. I need to work on some reviews, honestly, Holmes. It's been a while since I've written. I've just been so busy. I need to finish my Final Fantasy VII review because I basically have it done in my Bayonetta 1 review.
You did like default 7?
Yeah, default 7.
I'm curious what you had to say about that.
Basically that it wasn't too bad. I'm disappointed with it because of the fact that it's like, yep, I can see a lot of influences for Xenogears here, and instead of actually making it Xenogears, you made Final Fantasy VII. Ow, my head. There's other things I said too, but I'm trying to remember them all at the moment.
Oh, okay, never mind. That was a bunny. This is very confusing.
So if I just spray the top...
I think then we need sunflowers. I do have some sunflowers, though.
Fair.
Why is there a zombie holding a torch? 19 torches? Really?
Yeah.
I'm not opposed. I'm just... Did the eyeballs get worse in hard mode? Is that what happened?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, real talk. Did someone take the front door off of this castle?
I don't remember having done so.
It's possible that it happened during a blood moon.
Oh,
also true.
Right, yeah.
Pardon me.
Oh, yeah, because I think I missed like the last session or two.
It's been about a month since we last did it as well, so... Just been busy. So do you have to powder underground too?
I have no idea.
Fair.
You know what? I'm not doing anything. I can pull up the wiki.
I appreciate that.
Superheated blood, equipable, summons a rideable lava shark.
Interesting.
Yeah. Why is there
I
a
can grind my meat now.
house in the middle of this lake that... Oh, for fishing, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see you found the ice house.
So powders affect a 3x3 part of the world.
Right.
This seems really not useful for actively fighting corruption.
Yeah, I'm trying to wonder. I'm kind of starting to wonder about that. I might just go sell all my powder back. Yeah, because I literally just saw a cactus get re-corrupted. It's like, I'm getting out of here then for the time being. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how to make it not corrupted then. That's unfortunate.
Well, use sunflowers, right?
Well, it prevents it. It doesn't uncorrupt it. Unless there's like a powder gun that you can...
Hey, why are there...
Yeah, that's...
Okay.
That's something we need at some point.
That's the
Yeah.
thing you can get?
Yeah, I think it's an endgame thing.
Oh, okay.
You kind of have to craft it at that point, I think. I'm
Yeah.
Oh boy.
not entirely sure.
I need to leave. My health is very low. It was 5 out of 100.
Yeah, I just saw it drop.
Oh right, there's guns too. Oh, I don't have any ammo. That's fine.
I guess we could work on defeating Plantera because that reduces the speed of the corruption speed by 1/2.
Oh yeah,
Really?
you weren't since you weren't here in the last session, I remembered that if you buy 4 stacks of basically 1,000 regular bullets and combine them at a tinkerer's table, I think, you can make an infinite bullet pouch. Here, I'm not using mine all that much.
Oh. Oh, endless musket pouch.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
At some point.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, I love that.
That's fair, Homs or Star. I can look into
I gotta
that.
remember where that guy is so I can buy more bullets.
What I'd like to do is maybe place like something else that's hard to corrupt, but I don't.
Take back your purification powder that didn't eat no good, lady. If it actually got rid of stuff, that'd be nice.
Oh dear.
What?
Well, I went to buy more musket balls, and
Right.
Here's the
they actually
silly...
stack up to 4 digits now.
I was
So
wondering
bought
about that.
way more than I needed.
But is it as many as you wanted?
Yes.
Well,
Where did I put?
Oh, you need to do it at a crystal ball. That's the weird part of it.
hmm.
Where
I think we have one.
did I put these? Oh, good night. That is so fast.
What is?
Just the
Hey, there's Phil.
yay.
Might need to resend him a talkie.
Are you sure?
I think he is here, so I think you are correct. I had to tab over. Alright, we got a Sky Lake quest today, by the way.
Oh, right, yeah.
Hello, the people.
Ah! Hi, Phil.
Well,
How are you?
Oh,
No, I just did a stupid.
That makes sense, Homs.
what are we up to today?
We shouldn't at the moment. I think we were waiting for you and possibly, give me a second. Yogurt, but from what I was reading, Yogurt might be disposed at the moment.
You mean like dead?
No, he said he was buzzed, so he may not want to get on.
Oh, well,
Okay. It just seems like an
don't know
important,
how buzzed
important
he-
thing to like clarify, you know.
I mean, yeah. As I say, I don't know how buzzed. I don't think it's like Buzz and Woody buzzed. I'm sorry, that was bad.
a little bit.
Was
Zealous
that-
fetid
No.
Goganox.
Almost. Oh, I found a corrupted sky biome.
I
Interesting.
found a corrupted official.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can show you where it is. Hold on. Aren't all officials corrupted?
Kyle.
I'm sad now.
You and me both. Hey Max, when did I kill my friends? What did I do this time?
Yeah, I just got us a new slime friend.
Nice. Is it a bunny
No.
slime? Aw.
It was, we're up here in the clouds, so I shot him down. And apparently
fair.
that's all it takes to make friends.
Fair.
I am very confused by this, like, corruption, now it's, or crimson, now it's not, now it's like, oh, good night, okay.
Well, you found the hairplanes.
I also got it. I also, there's a goodie bag.
In the sky. Yeah.
I can go twice as high. It's in a book. Take a look. Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad I switched back to easy mode.
Yep.
Don't have to, like,
I would like that.
Go get your stuff back.
exactly.
Why are you wearing different
You have a pair of wings, right?
It's better.
I do not.
Oh, What do I do about that?
Oh, hey, get a band of regeneration.
Okay.
Yeah, you can take it.
Let's see if I have anything I can craft
It was a
offhand.
late day today, so not today.
What do you do now?
I don't know. Go fishing, I suppose.
You just
Go
lie
fish.
down?
Yep.
Excuse me. Oh, I got rid of my fast boots. Oh, that's why I got
I
rid of
stole
my fast
somebody's
boots.
band of
Didn't realize
regeneration. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead. That's my house, so.
Okay. I'm going to steal everything from your house.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Okay.
Now you're going in the...
I'm going to steal half of the things from your house.
Oh,
As long as you steal the worthless stuff.
Okay, well, I'm gonna drop these. Sorry, the voodoo dolls are actually one of my sticking points with this game. I don't.
Oh, yeah, they're not my favorite
I
part,
just
yeah.
like.
Unfortunately, I think we need I think we need that one for a boss later.
No,
Which
we.
one
I
is
think. Well, the guide is the only one that I know of that we need for a boss.
I think there's a
Yeah,
second one.
Taylor.
Gross.
Yeah. Okay, 1 second.
Ah, dragon!
What dragon?
Shoot it!
Yeah.
Is that like? Oh, is that like up in the
Alright.
sky?
Yeah. We need a little more length. I almost got it last time, but...
I'm sorry.
Too much length.
The money. I'm not gonna make it back up, am I? Oh, I did.
You might, if you have your grappling hook still.
Oh, I never expect the wings to carry me as high as they will actually go.
Yeah. They carry a fair amount.
Spent too long with the jet boots.
Yeah. Okay. This should be long enough now, I think.
Are these?
Yeah.
Oh, those are evil. Ah, ah.
Where did you go?
Further to the right.
Why is everything?
Yeah, so I guess I just jumped off.
Sure.
So I was able to make it from there. Nice.
Huh, this is corrupted.
Yeah.
Anything good?
Fledgling wings, so we can go ahead and give those to KKairos.
nice.
Huh? Oh, nice.
That's a good
I appreciate
stand-in
that.
until we buy him a jetpack. But, ooh.
Yeah.
I don't remember who... Oh, Steampunker. Where's the Steampunker?
But no, I'd say nothing good in this chest. I mean, I was hoping to find something, but wasn't holding my breath at the same time since it's blah blah. What are you thinking of, Brain? I need to read more J.K. Chesterton. I'd like to read more J.K. Chesterton. J.K.
Oh,
yes, good job, Breen.
Here.
Oh. Oh. Oh, Oh. Okay.
I do
Wait,
appreciate they
did
made.
you say
fall
J.K.
damage for you.
Chesterton?
I did.
That person wrote such books as Harry Potter and the Club of Queer Trades.
Okay, but
That was a pretty good one.
that was actually kind of amazing.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Wait, okay, so is there like a limit to how much this jetpack can go? I'm assuming there is.
Yes. But you are also immune to
but
fall
it does-
damage, so
Oh, you're immune to fall
Correct, yep.
damage.
yeah. Go ahead and try it
Correct.
out.
Yep.
Ooh, I like that.
Make sure that's a
Yeah.
real
What
thing.
is
The same-
that thing?
Yeah, no, wings do make you immune. Wings / jetpack, etc., do make you immune to fall damage. It's really nice.
For a second, I thought you were saying, "Oh no," as in like, no, they don't.
No, they
Okay.
do.
I'm just gonna try it. Yeah, like just to make yeah. I'm gonna try and like Punch had suggested. I'm going to verify this.
You never been
Yeah.
Go to bed.
Ooh.
You can also hold the space bar as you fall, KAMaximilianK, with wings, and you'll slow descend, so.
You know what? I bought a lawnmower. I'm gonna mow your lawn.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because that.
Reduces spawn rate, yeah. Supposedly.
Oh. Nice.
I'm just curious as to how effective that is.
Question.
I mean, the thing that's nice about the jetpack is what?
Hmm?
Is there just
What's
like a
the
lot
deal
of
with
fire
airplane
happening
food?
over here?
Oh,
I'm
you
afraid
found
to-
the
Oh.
flame blocks.
The firewall.
Yeah, there's no... it's like background.
Oh, okay. It doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah, it's, I think it's the hell slimes that drop that occasionally.
Nice.
I could be wrong.
I got some rotten eggs, so got that going for me, I guess.
Lloyd Kaufman was chopped up by a wyvern. That's unfortunate for Lloyd.
Can we do anything with these pumpkins?
I don't know.
Wait, these things.
Oh, you make pumpkin pie with them, and that's like a minor stat booster. Oh my goodness! I didn't realize there was there's a wyvern over here, and I don't think I should probably try and fight it. Yep,
There goes
I
your
should
health.
not have tried to fight it.
I was gonna say.
Oh,
Ah! Came down to say hello.
oh dear, that's no good.
It's fine, I have an Uzi.
Oh, that is nice. I was just thinking about like, getting a so I can use this jetpack mainly to increase my essentially to increase my movement speed.
So I guess we're supposed to be working on Plantera?
Isn't that jungle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we haven't killed all of the,
Mechanical
Yeah,
bosses
that-
yet?
Oh, do you need to kill the mechanical
night,
bosses?
Hans. God bless.
Is Plantera a mechanical boss?
No.
No, but I think it does help make it easier if you kill them all.
Tell me what to do, and I'll do it.
Do the monkey. I'm not sure what to do at the moment either. I'm doing the fishing quest for today at the moment.
I thought you were doing the monk.
I mean that too. But you don't know how to do the monkey. You gotta play the longest journey to do the monkey.
I started that game once back in
That's good.
back in the day.
I like it a lot. There's some things I don't agree with it, but it's overall a good game. I need to finish streaming it. I have finished it, but it's been a couple years. Maybe I'll play it off stream here, and then do it on stream so I remember what I'm actually doing, since it's a point and click.
I remember making a weird grappling hook out of an inflatable duck, or.
Oh yeah. You're talking about the rubber ducky problem quest. Can't remember what it's called at the moment. Either way, that one's pretty infamous. Most people don't like.
It's a problem, all right.
Yeah, it's pretty infamous. Most people don't like that one.
I'm just trying to remember anything I can about this game.
I was gonna say the rubber ducky's pretty early on, like the first half hour.
Yeah, I didn't get very far.
Yeah.
A weird goblin. I was trying to go to work, but a goblin jumped out.
Yep, that is true. That does happen. I'm not a goblin. I'm not a gnome. Wait, I'm not a elf. I'm done.
Okay.
You are called out.
I don't know if I was called out, but I called myself out. I might die here.
Max, I would recommend you not die there.
I'm trying not to, but... Yep. So this wyvern came along and attacked me while I had my fishing gear on instead of my, good gear on.
Have you considered not dying?
Oh,
I tried.
pumpkin pie is medium improvement to all slots.
Punch, you
Pretty
should
good.
work
That's not
for
bad.
life insurance.
Yes.
It's kind of weird. What you hear that meme from a while ago that's like, technically, life insurance is a bet where you're, where they bet that you won't die, or they bet that you will die. I can't remember what it is now. I can't remember. I think
They bet you won't, but you bet you will.
Yeah, and you both hope that you're wrong or something like that, or
Basically.
yeah, or you both hope that he's right. Oh, wait. Let's see.
Man, I'm still hungry, but I'm trying not to eat. You know...
So what?
I
we
can't
go
remember where
throughout
Oralcum
the
comes from.
jungle?
Does somebody else remember? Because I don't remember.
Where what comes from?
Oralcum?
Or a cowcum?
Hollow, maybe? You can find it fishing.
Yeah, I mean that's how we've been finding it.
Oh, okay.
How
Yeah.
much of it do you need?
I don't know.
All of it.
Okay, because it almost doesn't matter how much you need because I probably have it.
Okay, well,
Because it's all tier 2 stuff.
okay. Would that be okay? So that's not actually going to be that like significant of an improvement to anything that I'm doing, probably, because I'm in like tin and lead right now.
It would be dramatically more significant than what you're wearing right now.
Okay.
We could fight the destroyer if we wanted
Are
to. I do have a
you
mechanical worm.
Working toward a melee, ranged, or magic build.
That is an excellent question. I am working towards a whatever helps me not die build, which is probably
Melee
not
it
very helpful
is.
to know. Okay.
Always higher defense.
Find me.
Yes, that sounds good.
You need some clay. That's dirt.
Hope you're comfortable with the color pink.
That sounds great.
Notice he didn't answer the question.
He's a manly man who wears tights. I forgot how to summon my steed. I can't remember now.
Ah.
Look it up.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh shoot.
You dying
just
over
picked
did
there?
I-
Two
Oh.
of them.
Okay.
I'll make an avant-garde art
Okay.
house. Why not?
Oh, I see the problem. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you have full inventory.
Okay, I've actually got the pink on now. Oh, come on.
God dang it.
Okay.
Knocked it into you.
Good news is that I...
Good news is there is no good news?
I underwent a merciful... Okay.
Merciful euthanasia. I don't know if that is good news.
Yeah, I don't know why we did that out in the open.
Yeah, that would have made more sense to not, but, you know, I don't really care. I'm okay with it. Okay, no, this is... Oh, yeah. Yeah, what am I doing? Of course I want that.
Let's see, 12. That's all I need? 12 bars? That's easy. Alright. I'll get you a nice melee weapon.
Wait. That's weird.
What's weird?
I can hold more than 9.99 of something.
Yeah, they updated it. You can hold more now.
Whoa.
You got room?
I don't know.
I do.
I don't know why, but the way you
You
phrase it is just like, whoa, man.
Dude.
There you go.
Okay.
There's this car and it runs on water, man. Pardon.
I can make a big pumpkin.
A big pumpkin you want?
You're supposed to be in bed. Good night.
You're gonna make a pumpkin?
Yeah.
He realizes his mistake immediately. He's like, okay, I'm out of here.
Which gun are you using?
This is the murderous handgun.
Ah, nice.
So,
So I think I should be able to finish Parasite Eve tomorrow. Pretty excited about that.
Have you been streaming it? Oh,
Yeah.
I've been missing it. I'm sad.
I mean, you have a baby, so it makes
That's
sense.
fair.
Yeah, basically whenever Minimax is on here, so it's like, I mean, there's always the VODs, so
That's true.
if you really want to catch up, I'll give you a hint. For Tuesday's VOD, you can skip like an hour of it, because I went to the warehouse first. That was a bad decision. You like my avant-garde art house, Phil?
You need more avant-garde art.
I do. I'll get it eventually.
oh, it's an owl. Okay, that's not a bad guy.
My question is, how do you access the art to be able to look at it?
Oh, I see. There
I'm
are
a fish.
different loadouts.
No,
Weird.
that fact in of itself is the art.
Ah, yes. Since it's avant-garde, you're not supposed to see it. Yes, thank you, Phil.
Oh no, I don't want to enable PvP.
It
It's not what I meant
represents
to
the
do.
fact
Just click
that
it again.
no
Oh,
matter
brilliant.
how
Okay.
we search, we cannot find true beauty in this world.
Oh, you can... What? I didn't realize you could throw unlimited of these. That's amazing.
Dude.
I automatically
What is
love
this
this.
now? What do you?
The banana ring.
Wow.
I thought it was one at a time.
Right.
And you
Ah! I'm still being real little bull.
don't run out?
No. I mean, I guess the easiest way for me to find out if I run out is once I go find an enemy. Here, let me throw it at this
Wait,
bunny.
are rays generated? Did we make a graveyard biome? Is that what we did?
Nope, you don't run out.
Well, probably not intentionally, but
We had one, but I built my castle on it, and I moved the graves into like a treasure chest or something.
Okay.
Oh, you said the graves are in the treasure
Yeah,
chest?
we can make a new one though.
Okay.
That's the one thing I know how to do in this game.
I think you know how to do a few things in this game, not just how to make a graveyard.
I made a big pumpkin.
You did make a big pumpkin. That's a nice pumpkin.
It's in the way of the battlefield, but there you go.
Nice.
I mean, as long as it doesn't actually get in the way of the battlefield.
It does.
Now, are pumpkins?
Do you think that
Can you grow pumpkins year-round or only in October?
I think only in October.
October? I think.
Oh.
But you might be able to grow them now that
But
you
the
have
rate
some.
at which
I don't
they
know.
grow,
Oh yeah, that's true.
you probably just save them up for the rest of the year.
That's true too.
Yeah, I might have to do a little bit. I might have to like hop on to a Terraria server somewhere and do some pumpkin growing over.
Pumpkin grind. Oh, you can make a pumpkin workbench. What? You can make everything out of pumpkins. What is this?
Yeah.
Didn't realize that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
Well, and
a whole,
also,
where's
again,
Mom?
you can make pumpkin pie. Very important.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
I mean, my wife does quite like pumpkin pie, so
I'm in that boat.
yeah. My wife has gotten me onto that boat. I still prefer like your traditional cherry or strawberry rhubarb pie, but I enjoy it.
What's not traditional about pumpkin pie?
All right, listen. I just prefer other pies. I don't dislike it. I just have preferences.
I'll be right back.
But I will. But if you give me a pumpkin pie, I will eat it. And I'll be glad to eat it too, because I like pie. Ah, now I want a pie. I'm gonna see if I can convince my wife to make a pie early.
I'll be right
One
back.
second.
You just want to convince her to make pie just for fun, or just because you want pie?
Just because I want pie.
Fair enough. Oh my goodness, whose house is this? It's amazing.
That's Phil's.
Oh, good job, Phil. This is an amazing house. Oh, I defeated the 750th blue slime. Good for me.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, look at this crimson.
Yeah, we're kind of on both sides.
Yeah. Let's see.
It would be nice if there was a way to get rid of it.
You need purification powder,
That-
grass seeds, and what's it called?
Wait, the purification powder does more than 3?
Oh, wait, that's a pumpkin. That's a pumpkin wall. I don't want to like somebody really about that on purpose.
Racist barn, 1, 2, 3, 4. Together we can racist barn, 1, 2, 3, 4.
What? Are you
What?
singing "Erase the Spawn"?
No. Unfortunately, so there's a My Little Pony song called Raise This Barn, but it sounds awfully close to Racist Barn. Yeah.
Oh.
Pardon me.
Nope.
Oh, there's an old shaking chest nearby. That's one
Oh.
of the new things we can. Well, it's probably not in this direction. Shoot. Not in this direction either. What the heck? Where'd it go? I can never find anything in this game.
It's hard. I mean, it's hard. Like, Minecraft is usually a little easier to find, which sounds weird, but it's true. You can only sell the sapphire squirrels and stuff, right?
As far as I know.
They have no other use? Yeah.
I guess you could put them in a jar or something.
I forget what is this guy?
I don't like what the internet does with stuff in jars. I think I'll sell it.
I have no knowledge of what you speak, and I do not.
You
not
don't.
wish for
Not,
it.
I was gonna say I ain't giving it.
What is a pure water fountain? Is that?
It's a water fountain that's pure.
You teach us so much, Max.
Is this guy like a witch doctor? Is that?
We do have a witch doctor. Jungle biome.
Oh, hey, there's a lens over here. Someone.
Oh, there's a jewelfish. Nice. England.
Oh, sweet. I've always wanted one of these.
What do you get?
Bottomless water bucket.
Nice.
Oh, that.
Now you can drink it for that achievement.
That's not how that works, Max.
It would be funny though.
You use it to put more water into the world.
Wait, the fishing line can break? I didn't realize the fishing line could break.
Yeah, it does all the time.
Huh.
Double
Interesting.
cod. Double cod? That's a, what?
Triple kill.
What kind of fish is? You know what? I'm not gonna ask.
That's best.
Yeah.
What is that weapon you keep swinging?
Oh, it's the zealous fetid Baganox.
Gesundheit?
That I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just.
Bunny.
I mean, no, that's just what it's called. I really don't know why.
Fair.
I would assume it's like some sort of weapon from the Crimson or something based on the name, but
It's a fair guess.
light classy cane. Oh, I got a slime banner. I should probably place it. Slime banners don't stack, right?
I mean, they might. I don't really. Well, you mean like if placed in the world? No, but you can extend the protection range.
Oh yeah. There we go.
I'm back. I return. Let's fight.
Okay.
What are we fighting?
I think
I was
everybody's
curious
fighting
about that,
Phil.
Well, his funeral.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can't get some
Oh, this bunny cannot swim.
sunflower.
Ah, retreat.
Okay. I have 4 sunflowers. And some purification powder.
Mhm.
So I think the hope is that maybe we can do the purification and the grass seeds and the sunflower real quick. I think that's my notion, at least.
We have more sunflowers.
I have 4.
We grow more sunflowers because I don't think 4 is going to be enough.
You're right. 4 is not going to be enough, but
We can buy some from the lady.
The lady. Which lady?
The one who lives in the jungle house.
With Mowgli and Baloo.
I don't know their names.
Fair.
Tell you what, I'll go get some. I'll be right back.
As long as she wasn't in the live-action Jungle Book. I've actually heard that's like Disney's best live-action, so that's kind of sad because I think that was like their first one, and they've all been bad since then. But it's Disney, so that shouldn't really surprise anybody.
Okay. Alright. Give me 200 sunflowers.
It Cost 2,000 sunflowers to fire this gun for 12 seconds.
Oh, wait, powder. I need powder.
I do still need to do the Final Fantasy XIV Halloween event, though. I haven't done that yet today, but... I know Trigger was saying it's not great, but listen, if there's a skin to be had, I need to do it.
More likely a piece of clothing that you'll never use.
That's what I meant, a skin. That way I can throw it into my armoire, and then you're probably right, forget it even exists. But I'll have it. I'm glad I gotta go for a back ride today. It's been a while.
No, come on, stupid purplings.
Herpaderp.
So these other two pints of beer that I have that I'm not drinking tonight, I'll drink over the next couple days. Should be interesting. They have a fairly high alcohol content.
Do you keep them on the wall?
The beers?
Yes.
I wish I had a beer rack, but I do not have a beer rack.
You take one down and pass it around?
I realized as soon as I said that, it's like, yep, I know where this is going now. But yeah, I think the other two beers have a 15% alcohol content, so that'll be interesting. Because beer usually doesn't have that high.
Okay. Do you have 3 of you, Phil?
Yeah, if I get hurt, 2 more of me appear.
Okay then. Where did I put this silly... Oh, here we go. Grass seeds. Okay. I put the other... Okay, I was gonna grab...
But yeah, I am hoping that True Grit's wrong on those beers, by the way, Punch, because I'm still planning to save them for next July. We'll see.
You know, if they don't survive, then we have an incentive.
Yeah.
Unhealthy as
I guess
it
that's
may
true.
be.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
We'll have poison control on speed dial.
I mean, listen, does beer really go bad, though? Or does it just not taste as
It
good?
doesn't taste as good.
I gave you
usually.
too many.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
You
I
need
gave you
some
all
back?
of them. Yeah.
Hey, let me give you back most of them. I can't remember how to... Okay, there we go.
Oh, it's right click here.
Yeah, you got it. You got
and
them.
then right click there.
Oh, I have a lot of that,
Oh, okay.
but I appreciate it, and I will definitely
Ooh. Yeah, I'm curious about that. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, I see now. That's what the target is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Wait, this stuff gets the rocks too?
Uh-huh.
Does?
Is that good or bad?
Well, I mean, the corruption gets the rocks. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the sand.
Can you smell what the rock
this
is
is
cooking?
all corrupt. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna need more powder.
Yeah. It corrupts everything.
The good news is that you can uncorrupt the rocks too.
Yeah, that's true, but it's kind of a pain considering how short the range of the powder is. If the powder had a longer range, I wouldn't mind it.
You kind of have to wait for the gun.
A
Yeah.
gun.
How do you build the powder? Is it just an endgame item? You said it was an endgame item.
He did, yes.
I don't remember what it's called. That's my biggest hurdle right now.
Let me see if I can find a purification powder gun Terraria. Contaminator? I mean, I guess technically. The Contaminator is a hard mode tool which can be used to create or destroy biomes. It uses solutions as ammunition, with each solution spreading a different biome. It has a similar firing pattern to the flamethrower, but it has a much longer range, fires through blocks, and works on water. The Contaminator is generally the fastest means of spreading or removing hollow, corruption, and crimson. So, yep, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This isn't really working.
How do you acquire it?
Can be purchased from the steampunker for 2 platinum. And 15...
Okay.
Oh, silver coins, whatever.
Well, guess we'll have to get to that eventually then.
Oh my goodness, this does spread real fast. My goodness.
Oh my goodness.
So, that solution...
How much is the solution?
That's what I'm looking at the moment.
Let's see.
So the one we want is probably green.
Yeah. When the steampunker is spoken to anywhere other than the hollow, it looks like. I don't know how much it costs, though. Yes, I do. It's 15 silver?
Oh.
Yeah, which is not too bad.
Get it. We'll use it.
It's not available yet, I don't think. So I don't think we have this. I don't think we have the steampunker yet.
No,
so.
we totally do, and I just bought one.
Oh,
really?
Nice. All right. Where's that steampunker?
Top
I don't even know.
floor. I mean, it's still 2 platinum,
Okay.
so.
Yeah, I don't know if I have 2 platinum. I was realizing that as I was saying it. I'll find out in a second.
I've done a lot of fishing, so. Where is the stuff? That
I
we
have
need to
3.
get
I
rid
have.
of?
I have 3 platinum. We're good. We're gonna go cleanse the world. Is Zelda the steampunker?
Okay.
All right. Come here, Princess Zelda.
Okay.
So, like, any
Steampunk
given
minecart.
direction, or?
I will be right back.
Oh, Contaminator.
Can't see what I'm doing.
I punch went to the left. I'll go to the right
I
then.
went to the right.
Or, no, opposite. Yeah, I was gonna say, reverse that. Oh, sweet. I'm gonna feel like Dale Gribble when I spray this.
Good to know.
I mean, hey. It feels good to spray. Something. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
I don't remember any of this, but...
See, that, I think, works a bit better than the powder I was trying to...
No kidding.
Just a little bit, yeah.
I'm not at all sure what I just killed, but I think it was like a zombie dressed up like a mime.
Was it Mr. Mime?
Not every mime is Mr. Mime.
That's true. I defeated the 50th mummy.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, that weapon works way better if I hold the button. Oh.
Guess I should check on the house to the left. Yeah, it's Phil's house.
It's
Phil's
mostly
here.
Yeah.
And if you already cleaned it up, then I don't need to.
Yeah, I could get some help underground and stuff, but yeah, not too bad. Ow. What?
There's a bunch still at my current location, just right to Castlevania house.
What? Oh, that's weird.
There's...
Not quite in the desert though.
Just picked up an item called Abigail's Flower. It summoned a ghost. It
Oh,
does
goodness.
I was
basically
gonna
no
ask what it
damage.
do. Interesting.
Makes weird noises though.
Yeah. Oh.
Ghosts typically do. I have to be honest, the amount of ammunition the decontaminator uses is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty slow.
Do we know how to get rid of these eyeball-looking altars, by the way?
Yeah,
You stare at them.
you use a powerful hammer on them. Problem is that also spreads corruption when you break them.
Oh, does it? I mean, we could unspread that at the very least.
Well, it doesn't do it from that spot. It does it randomly somewhere in the
Oh.
world.
Never mind, I've lost interest.
That's also where you're supposed to get the hard mode ores.
Ah,
We fish instead, so
yeah. That way we don't have to do that. Yeah, makes sense.
Oh.
Whoever dug this tunnel is in for a surprise.
Reader beware, you're in for a scare. I think that's better, at the very least.
yeah, you still keep getting the background popping up though, which is a little weird.
Yeah. There's probably like something out of range that we can't see. But hopefully that should at least help enough for now.
Certainly slow it down.
Yeah.
What's this? I got a crimson key.
Yeah, it's for post Plantera. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the dungeon.
Yeah. We want to keep the hollow for the most part, right? Because that actually has useful stuff there.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, for now, at least.
Yeah, for the time being. Alright, I am curious how much our spraying actually did. I'm gonna go talk to the, what's her face? I mean, you gotta be safe, right? Okay, where's that dryad? Apparently 16% crimson still, so I'm wondering if it might take a second to update.
Nah, I think you underestimate just how much there is.
I could see that too.
Big world and such.
Yeah. Well, I think we made enough of a difference for the time being at the very least. Hopefully. The KKairos and Phil should be able to be more safely at the very least.
I haven't died yet today.
That's good. But you still don't have whatchamacallits on your way, on their way, I guess I should say. Oh. So how was the ending of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, by the way, Punch?
Intensely satisfying.
Fair. Looking forward to it when I get to it. I just had to pop out and end because I've been busy lately.
I get it.
Oh. I mean, I still have to finish Xenoblade Chronicles 1 to be fair, so. But I hit Jade Face, so that means I'm closer, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully. Don't know how much closer, but it's closer.
Where the heck can I get another golden bug net? You know what, Phil, you can have it. It's in your treasure chest.
I didn't drop mine. Oh, once you said that, I was curious.
Did you drop yours? Oh. Okay.
No, no. Okay, so we got batfish this time in underground and caverns. Okay. We should figure out what multiplayer game everybody be interested in after Terraria. That can support everybody.
After Terraria, he says.
I mean, okay. When we want a break from Terraria, how about that one?
I remember I bought a few of them a while ago.
I know you bought Grounded, and if you actually get use a better graphics card than the one you have, you probably could run it.
I think we solved the problem.
Yeah.
If you guys have not ever, my recommendation would probably go to Starwall, which is a deathmatch game involving narwhals in space. But also
that's only for like a 1 day type of deal.
That is true. That is like a 1 day at a time sort of like you don't play it like for days on end. But also I've never played. I have not yet tried SRB2 kart.
I'm not opposed to that. Yeah.
I've heard, but I've
played that one time, so sure.
Oh, Batfish, nice.
It seems to have been praised highly by this group of people.
I like it. Yeah. I'm not good at it, but I like it. Let's say maybe I should introduce you to Punch's
It
videos.
has a higher skill cap than Mario Kart because it
That is true,
encourages
too.
use of the brake button.
Ah, I got my angler pants. Nice, finally.
Congrats.
Thank you. Where'd that... Oh.
I'll dig a tunnel here.
Oh.
That's my new quest.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I gotta go find where I put that potion. That's alright. Alright.
See, now in my head, it's like I'm going over the list of advanced mods that I probably need to rip out of the game in order so you guys can actually play it.
Fair.
Yeah. What is this thing? Should I break it? I'll break it.
You can't break these cuffs.
Oh, you're right. I can't. Huh.
Oh, I was just memeing.
The fisherman gave me, when I completed my quest, he gave me a Jaws poster.
Wait, there are
Interesting.
It's called
quests?
Fangs instead.
I mean... Yeah?
I gotta do quests.
Which was the style at the
What?
time?
Oh, that's the
I
right
have
one.
to go now.
Crimson
My
Key
planet needs me.
Unfortunately, nothing until after we've defeated Plantera.
Okay.
You don't die if you, go all the way to space, by the way, right?
I've never been to space.
Oh, okay. I'm using a gravity potion, so I'm not sure if you die if you,
Well, that would technically be fall damage, wouldn't it?
I don't know. I have my wings on, so... yeah, I'm not sure. Not really wanting to test it, though. I'm trying to see if there's any islands up here real quickly.
Oh, sure. I do think it's funny that you mentioned SRB2. Just been mentally working over editing another video recently, and
Oh, yeah?
only just sat down to start editing it earlier today.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
just going over like meme ideas in my head, which is one of the reasons I asked for a
I get
picture
it.
of God earlier.
Fair. Oh, I need to get the video editing myself. I want to practice more at that. No, I'm going to test something stupid. Let's test... Oh, no, it doesn't kill you. It just is like, no, you can't go any higher. You're turning back around. Alright, that's good to know.
No. Turtle.
Do they have pizza?
No.
Ah,
They
Worthless.
should, though.
they should. Oh, hey, there's a new island. It's not very useful, but there's a, do I have any rope?
Do I have any
No.
rope?
I was seeing if I had any rope. I was gonna make a, rope ladder down. So I say, directly above you, there's another island that would work for fishing, it looks like. That's alright. There's a small island. Another one. This would work for fishing too.
Let's see. Not that it wouldn't be like horribly repetitive, but there's also Starbound.
I like Starbound, honestly. It's just the developers behind Starbound are not very good. It's also kind of been killed at this point, I believe.
Can you clarify what you mean by that?
They basically abuse their employees. There's a whole long video I could link.
Oh.
I mean, it's not really any different than both studios, is the unfortunate part.
Well, we have fostered an industry of,
Demand?
well, unhealthy demand, I guess, is a way to term it.
Yeah. Yeah. Where it's my game and I want it now.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not even that. It's just locking people into deadlines, essentially.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that is true, because I know Japan is pretty pro-deadline, but it's like, that's not a healthy lifestyle. Not even Japan, honestly. Like, America's pretty bad about it as well.
I mean, Japan has Nintendo, and they're like the people who don't do that.
Yeah. Which is nice.
On the other hand, I'm a little worried on the grounds that it's like, you know, that was Miyamoto's policy, and
Miyamoto's getting ready
well,
to
at some
retire,
point,
probably.
Nintendo was like, okay, Miyamoto, go make movies.
I mean, that's true. Starring Chris Pratt with exactly 0 Italian accents.
I don't understand. Like, he
He's
did
so cool.
say, and I don't even know who I'm referring to when I say they did say, but
Right.
I'm drawing a blank on the man's name. Original voice actor, Charles
Yeah.
Martinet. There it is.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, they did say he was advising on how to voice the character.
Yeah. I mean, just because he's advising doesn't mean Chris Pratt has to
Well,
listen.
Yeah, his advice would probably consist of first you say Yahoo, and then you say Whippy.
I'm okay with that. I'd watch that movie.
Okay, see,
Yeah.
you would, but it has been pointed out, and this is a little bit of real talk, that if somebody actually did that for an entire movie, it would
2
actually
hours.
not be that good. And in all
No, I
honesty,
mean,
Chris Pratt
listen,
probably is
listen.
better than that, what you just described.
Listen, the company that's making this movie, Illumination, has done that twice now, KKairos, with Minions 1 and Minions 2. I don't want to hear it.
With
You know, that's actually a good counterpoint.
Okay, so that is fair, but also in a Mario movie, people are probably going to want him to speak in full sentences.
Max, would
People know
you
what they're getting into with the
argue-
minions.
I mean, they already have Bowser
Yeah.
actually using English language, so
Yeah.
Which
all
he
bets are
does
off.
in Mario Galaxy.
no, he doesn't. He just
Super Mario
roars,
Galaxy?
And
the subtitles fill in the rest.
oh, that.
Yeah.
Subtitle. Okay. Question, Max, would you argue that Minions 1 and Minions 2 are good movies, though?
No.
Well then, your point is moot.
I mean, sure, it's moot, but
So you're
I'm
my hero.
definitely not the target audience. I was gonna say, I'm definitely not the target audience, because I just do not like Illumination. Like, at all. Even the movie that people like, Despicable Me, I'm not a fan of. I know there's people that like it, I do not. Admittedly, maybe I'd like it more if all those danged Minion memes didn't exist. It's possible. But they do, and I hate them all. Is it right for me to judge a movie based on memes? Probably not, but I'm going to anyways.
It certainly sours the flavor of the experience. For a
Yeah.
super long time when I was a teenager, everyone would not shut up about Full Metal Alchemist. And
I mean, Full Metal Alchemist is pretty good,
Well,
but yeah,
at
as I
the
say, if
time,
everybody's talking
sure.
about yeah.
now,
Right.
I know that now, but at the time, I just
Right,
did
right.
not want to hear about it anymore.
I'll be honest,
When I
I
finally
can understand that.
watched it, I was like, hey, this is pretty good.
I'll be that contrary.
Yeah. You don't like it?
I just don't care for it.
That's fair.
Like, I understand what they were going for, but
Right. I wouldn't say it's like the perfect anime, but it's one that I enjoy
I'm still
it.
emotionally attached to the best character who they killed off. So
I mean, that's true. I can't.
Does anybody
Well,
want
just
this?
because some character dies off doesn't mean that's a bad thing. It depends on how it's handled.
Well,
They killed the dog, Phil.
that was not the best character.
I know. I know.
well, never mind. I wanted to make a comment about Brotherhood, but and anybody who, and I'm just going to stop it right now because if you know what I'm talking about, then you know, and if you don't know, I'm not going to.
I mean, I've watched
Without any
Brotherhood, but I don't
context,
know.
I think I already know.
Oh, I'm
What's
not.
that?
Well,
I don't know.
maybe. I think the same storyline occurred in the non-Brotherhood version,
Brother.
and it was. I'm pretty sure I cried.
Oh,
I'll just say that much.
Oh, are we talking about the dog? Yeah, I mean that's exactly what I was bringing up. Yeah.
Okay, that is the one that you. Okay.
Yeah.
That's in both versions.
That's the one I meant. But yeah, I was gonna say they did kill the best character, and it was really unfortunate.
I'm the cynical guy that's like everyone else cares when the dog dies in the movie, but I'm like, oh, okay, just it ain't too much.
I mean, it was sad. It was sad the dog died, but it wasn't just the dog in this case, Phil.
Right. I realize you're using sort of a code, as it were.
Yeah. It's like, it wasn't. I mean, listen, it's a 20-year-old manga slash. Oh my gosh, is it really 20 years?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
It's been a while, yeah.
Take a lap,
Yeah.
Max. It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll wait.
Either way, it's like, look. Is it sad that the dog died? Yeah. Is it worse what happened to the little girl? Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so we are gonna. Okay, well yeah. I think the thing was that like I watched FMA Brotherhood on the tail end of like the first time I had like a serious relationship, and that relationship had ended like a month before.
Yeah.
So like I'm watching the like saddest anime ever, basically, or at least.
Oh, it's definitely not the saddest anime
But
ever.
it is among the most messed up, and it's not exactly happy for the first several episodes.
I don't know if it is.
I'm not sure if it ever
that's true, but
really gets happy until like the very, very end.
It probably doesn't, but I can definitely think of. I mean, Cowboy Bebop's pretty sad throughout the whole thing.
Yes,
honestly.
there's a lot of
It's like-
sadness in other anime. Like I watched Samurai Champloo again recently. That one's sad, but like FMA just like hits you with like 30 sad things in the first like 5 episodes.
I've heard Elfen Lied does the same, but I've never seen Elfen Lied,
See,
so
that's the
don't know.
type of thing I like that sort of thing. That's my jam.
You like the sad?
You know, it's a fun contrast to this conversation. I've been watching Slayers recently.
Have you now?
it's-
I couldn't tell by your music
Oh,
video.
that's fair. But
I have been meaning to watch Slayers, though.
honestly,
I've heard
like
it's really
the
good.
English dub is fantastic because half of the dialogue is stupid and the voice actors know it's stupid. And the
Yeah.
male lead is the voice actor who did Brock from Pokemon.
Oh,
So,
sold! I'm down.
like the show
You sold me on
knows
that.
that it's nothing but like stolen D&D tropes.
I mean, I think it takes pride in that.
Pretty much, it does. It's great. Completely
Oh,
just
so you get
fun
Brock-
and
oh, man.
unapologetic.
I mean, hey, I'm fine with that because it's like we get Brock and Kaiba because he voiced the same character, or he voiced both characters. So
Did he really?
that's kind of great. He did, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's Kaiba. Yeah.
Moment.
Oh, I was like, who is this in my house?
Didn't he
There's a pumpkin.
also voice Pegasus?
No, Pegasus was voiced by somebody else. I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
yeah, no, that was James, not Brock.
Let's see, Kaiba Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm almost positive it's the same voice actor, but I have to make sure now. So if I remember correctly, they actually brought him back in the English version because of how much people liked him. Because I think they got rid of him for a while. It's like, no, bring him back.
I believe
Let's see,
it.
Eric Stewart.
That's his name.
Yeah, I would too. Let's see. Oh, he was in Yu Yu Hakusho apparently as well. Yu Yu Hakusho Aizo Hakusho 2? What the
He
hell
was
is
in a
that?
movie?
Yeah, that's probably. But it's saying he voiced Koenma, which is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, let's see.
they
Yeah, I'm trying to
revamp
figure
that
out.
series at some point.
Yu Hakusho? I don't know, they might have. I'm just looking here, because I thought he did do Brock. I'm almost positive he did Brock.
Guys, I'm gonna
Where's...
hop off. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy your Terraria.
You too.
Have a good night.
Bye.
I'm checking now, because it's saying Brock. I'm just, for some reason, I can't find him under animation. Oh, there it is. I'm just blind. So he didn't only just voice Brock, he also voiced James. So
Yeah, that's what I meant. He's both Kaiba and Pegasus.
And the one
No!
that screams.
Yeah. Because I mean, just listen to him. Listen to Pegasus. He's James. Listen to Kaiba.
I mean,
he's Brock.
it is very similar, but he's not listed for Pegasus here.
That's impossible.
It's not impossible, it's just improbable. Also, I guess there's one other connection now that I think about it, Punch. He is also the narrator for One Piece, for the 4Kids version.
Oof.
I mean, his probably was the best part, because it's like at the introduction, once there was a man named Gold Roger.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, let's be honest, that man has a good voice. I have to be real.
But so, like, Brock is supposed to be reasonably competent. I mean, like, still, he says some dumb things. All these other roles that we were talking about, these are competent characters, for the most part. I mean, Koenma says some goofy stuff here and there. His character in Slayers is actually stupid.
Is
like,
he
on
purpose?
Yeah, he's Gauri.
Okay, I watched it in Japanese. I didn't know.
Fair.
Yeah, Gary. I'm gonna check Amazon real quickly and see if they have a complete collection of Slayers.
Good luck with that, because it is extensive.
Gauri is I like him. I want to base a D&D character on him.
Well, that's not too
Isn't
bad.
Gauri just every fighter ever?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for some reason I can't find seasons 1 through 3, but I can find seasons 4 and 5 of Slayers, and that's $40. I mean, I'm sure. Maybe it's because I'm doing Blu-ray. Let me try DVD.
I don't know that you really need that much quality for something that's that old.
I mean, you say that, Punch, but I actually did notice a big difference when I was watching Batman the Animated Series and I went to Blu-ray.
Fair enough.
It was like really weird because it's like I was, oh hey, yeah, there's the Slayers 1 through 3 DVD. Neat. I guess I'll buy 4 and 5 on Blu-ray, and then I'll buy not today. My wife does not want me spending money at the moment. I don't need to do that today. Yeah, I'll get Slayers at some point.
Do you have a good Surface Lake? Like just
I don't know if we do have one, actually.
Surface? Oh yeah, we do. Under the house. Well, under the castle, rather.
Right.
I need to fight something. Tell me to fight something. What are we fighting? Oh, I was gonna mention.
Oh, that's
my
unfortunate.
favorite episode of Slayers is the one where there's a guy who's like, "You gotta help me," and then he has a girl repellent spell put on him.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he just comes up to the main party and is like, please, you gotta help me. And then Lena just freaks out and runs away. It's hilarious.
It does sound pretty good.
And then later
That definitely sounds like a D&D trope, too.
They have to sneak into a wedding or something like that. I don't remember.
Balloons.
How did I get 10 pumpkins? I don't really want them. Should I summon the Destroyer?
Can't during the day. Nighttime only.
Oh hey, the cool slime has arrived because we had a party.
Should I summon the queen slime?
I wouldn't.
What?
That's a good way to die. I'm like 90% sure that Queen Slime is end of hard mode.
I mean, if you want, Phil, we can test how fast we die.
Well,
Not that I recommend it. Not that I recommend it.
We only
I'm
have
just.
one of these items, so I guess not.
I mean, we'll find more, I'm sure. But I'm not opposed to not dying today too. So.
You already have the painting called Pillaging Me Pixels?
Yeah.
Dang it. More money for me then.
At least I think I do. Yeah. I need to go do today's quest now that you mention it. We'll do that in a second.
Wait, is the fishing bobber new?
Alright, here's my plan.
Be crafted into a glowing fishing bobber. Alright. That's new.
Bird.
Decomposing pumpkin. And wait, the pumpkin is gone.
That's
Oh,
jungle. That might not be jungle.
giant pumpkin.
We'll check
Get
it.
And I got here just in time. The whole like loadouts kind of a deal. Now there
Gotcha.
are apparently
Yeah.
more fishing accessories.
Oh, nice. Definitely does help then.
Yeah, so the angler can give you a fishing bobber, which can be upgraded with the 5 fallen stars to make a glowing fishing bobber, so that the bobber just glows now.
Hey, that works. I'll accept it.
Yeah, and you know, like 10 fishing power on top of the tackle bag is it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Huh? A rope to nowhere. Interesting.
Oh, there's my dynamite fish. All right, we're good. Yeah, it really does seem like they upgraded Excalibur, which I'm not complaining about, just observing.
So I am curious about this, Phil.
What?
You said you watched Slayers in the Japanese.
Yeah.
Was Gowry actually dumb?
Oh yeah.
Or did they make... Okay, alright, so
Totally.
they didn't just make him dumb for the English version.
I got a bottomless water bucket now, too.
Nice.
I want a golden fishing rod. I probably have to be getting close for that, I'd assume.
I don't remember how many you have to do.
Fair.
Man, the desert recorrupts really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figure if we get a digging minecart up and running, you just go layer by layer.
That's probably, yeah, that's a good point.
That's just gonna require a heck ton of iron.
At least that's not like super hard to acquire. You can still get that through fishing on occasion.
I might start saving up then.
Iron, eh? Not lead?
I am Iron Man. I mean, lead is iron.
Yeah, same difference.
How much? How much?
Strange plan.
Looking at what we got here. Here, take a look in there. Down there. That one.
Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow.
Okay.
Well, you don't want to be taught by Star Trek?
What?
I can't remember LeVar Burton's Star Trek character at the moment.
Gordy?
Thank you. Yes. Let's work. Okay. Time to do shenanigans.
Wait, hang on.
And he had some really uncomfortable episodes.
I think a lot of the characters did, because I'm thinking specifically about Beverly Crusher at the moment, how she had that whole yeah, you know exactly where I'm going with that.
Relationship with a ghost?
Not just a ghost that had relations with her grandmother as well. So it's like,
that was
going for the whole family, are we?
odd.
Star Trek just had some weird episodes sometimes, because I could think for Voyager how they had that Salamander episode as well, so... It's like, I'm currently recording all the episodes of Next Gen and Deep Space Nine through YouTube TV, so I get to sit through some of those. But at least there's good episodes too, so got that going for it. So if you have YouTube TV, it lets you record them for future watching.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. It's actually pretty nice. It's just, yeah. I kind of just hate the fact that it's another streaming service, but it kind of isn't. It's more accurately to say it's a TiVo that you can access on your phone.
Alright.
So basically, it just gets all the cable channels, and if you're interested in a show, you mark it as interested, and it'll record it for you. So, pretty nice. Obviously, it'll take some time depending on which show you're trying to get, but eventually you should be able to watch all the episodes, because I'm going through The Office again at the moment, and boy, is there some cringy stuff in there. Not that I don't enjoy aspects of it, admittedly.
That's kind of the thing that bugs me the most when someone recommends a show to me, because they immediately start presenting caveats, like, oh, but don't watch this one.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
watch this series.
Oh,
don't
no, watch all
don't
of
watch
it.
this episode.
Yeah.
And don't watch this one.
Yeah.
And you just start
Yeah.
going down the list. And
Yeah. No, it's like, watch it. It's like, listen, is there some cringe in The Office? Oh, absolutely. But it's like, if you're not going to watch all the whole thing, what does it matter?
fair enough, I suppose.
It's like, yeah, there's some bad stuff in there too, but it's like, as you said, if you have to have caveats, it's probably not worth it in the end.
Well, not every episode of every show can be perfection.
I mean, sure.
TNT
Like,
is
listen.
a model of that.
I was gonna say Simpsons since season 9
Oh, fair.
or 10. I do like some season 10 and some
was
of
being
11 too.
charitable.
Honestly, fair.
Let's see. Building material.
Bill, can you do me a favor? Could you come to me when you get a moment?
Okay.
I'm on the left side of the map. I want to see if this is doing what I hope it's doing, but I'm not sure if it is. Yeah, you're not too far. You just gotta go right now. I'm just curious if it's going off of my map, but it's still doing it.
What? I don't know what's talking.
You'll see. Hopefully you'll see.
I hope I didn't scare Kairos away.
No, he did say he had to leave
Okay.
early.
But with the whole, like, yeah, I've already, spent a lot of time in SRB2, and it's like, oh, you're one
I
of
doubt it.
those people.
I'm sure he's still interested.
Hang on. Gotta clear this stuff out.
I'm just curious if you can see water coming down from the sky, Phil.
Oh. Right here? There's some, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Like, does it look like a constant stream of water, I
No.
guess?
It's
Aw,
coming in
man.
waves.
Oh, that'll work. I'm okay with that.
Interesting.
Listen, I have an endless bucket of water. I'm gonna make use of it.
Are you just sitting up there splashing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fish man. Where else am I gonna live? I do kind of want to come see how much how much water is down there now, though.
Wait, hang on. Is this pooling?
Is this what? Tooling? I mean,
Pooling.
pooling? I mean, I get. Oh, is it pooling? It might be pooling.
It seems to be all going underground.
Oh, now I'm gonna
Yeah,
come
that
take a
tunnel
look.
is flooded.
Nice. Oh yeah, I guess it
What?
is.
A unicorn?
Yeah, I need to kill those. You're on the left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many horns do you need? Oh yeah, this is floating pretty well, isn't it? Okay. I'm going back up top. And listen, I'm pretty sure there's an unlimited lava bucket, but I think that'd be too much.
Yeah, I have one of those.
Yeah. I think that'd be a joke too far at that point. Wait, did they introduce random mana that you can pick up now?
Random mana you can pick up now.
Yeah, like how you get the heart, how you can get the heart containers to restore your heart health. It seems like the birthday cakes restore your
Yeah,
mana.
that was always a thing. They were just
Yeah.
blue stars instead.
No, was it?
Yeah.
Ow!
They've been shifted for the season.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Interesting. It does make sense, just...
Does it though?
I guess it doesn't. They do kind of look more like Easter baskets, so I kind of keep thinking that there's an Easter event going on.
And all the slimes are just like rabbits, so that... It must
That's
be
true.
Easter, right?
It's gotta be Easter.
Oh, I get. Maybe it's
Oh.
Easter in the southern hemisphere right now.
So speaking of Easter, did you hear that Apple bought the rights to the Charlie Brown holiday specials?
Okay,
No.
now tell me what they're gonna do with it.
It's only available on their Apple products, and you can't get them for so they don't do the yearly thing where you can watch it during that time of year anymore. So it's like, you're stinky. And, like, I'm pretty sure everybody's mad at them now. So basically nothing good with a bunch.
I mean, this just sounds like the kind of thing that somebody with way too much money and a vindictive nature would do for fun.
Apple? Yeah, I agree though. I'm waiting for Apple fans to kind of wake up and go, oh, hey, they're not very nice to us.
It's not going to happen.
That's true.
Not until the iPhone morphs into a tiny robot and assaults them.
I mean, technically it's done that a few times in a sense. I mean, kind of. Mainly just because of the fact that the whole, if you put it in your phone, the phone will crack.
Oh.
Or the numerous times that 4chan has trolled them by saying you can recharge your phone by putting it in the microwave.
Oof.
Yeah, they learned really quickly. So, I mean, has it actually attacked them? I mean, one could probably argue that the microwave one did.
I'm sorry, but if you've really left that much knowledge of electronics, like basic knowledge of how electronics function...
I mean, yeah.
I don't really feel sorry for you, I'm sorry.
It was probably a bunch of boomers, and I think they were sharing it via Facebook, so it's like, listen, I don't obviously disagree with you, but at the same time,
I don't
it's like,
condone this behavior, but I am going to laugh.
Yeah. And I hate to use the term boomers, but it gets the point across, because it's like, older generation. It's not meant to be mean to them, it's just, most of them aren't as technologically adept as the younger generation. Just like eventually I'll not understand what's going on and be scared. Maybe it already happened.
Can I just build for a second without being attacked?
No. I'm gonna come down. I want to see how much this water's done now.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow, this is really filling up nicely. Okay, I'm gonna keep flooding the world. Nice.
I want to flood the world.
I mean, if we can fish everywhere, then we can do our fishing quest more easily, right?
I mean, that's a way to do it, I guess.
I just find it entertaining that you can flood the world,
In
honestly.
a world in which there are no right solutions, there are only ridiculous ones.
Yeah. I want some more of those ribs, but I shouldn't eat anything else today. I'm really trying to aim for 2,000 calories a day at the moment instead of 2,500. That way I can lose a bit more weight.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I just want to eat. That's alright. I am curious how much I like Parasite Eve 2 when I get to that in 2 years. It plays a lot differently from my understanding. I'm still looking forward to it. I have been enjoying Parasite Eve 1.
I'm excited to start Grandia.
Ooh, that'll be nice, yeah.
Grandia. I have played 2.
It's too good.
2?
I think most people talk about 2 over 1.
2, I would say, is generally good, but it is certainly flawed. Some of the plot and the gameplay get in the way of each other at times.
Interesting.
Can you describe what you mean by that?
Well, okay. Because of plot stuff, you are disallowed using certain characters at certain times.
Sure.
And that can be extremely frustrating, especially in the late game.
Sure. I was gonna say, I mean, when done well, it doesn't have to be bad. I know Xenoblade Chronicles 1 did that a bit, but it wasn't too bad. It was usually for a quest or two, and I don't think it was for any big bosses when they did that.
Sure, and like at times the limitations, like okay, now you face this challenge and you're only allowed to do this. How will you fare? That's fun, but Grandia 2, I really like parts of the plot. Some of it is just sort of meh, but there's like 1 or 2 parts of the plot in particular that really stand out as very good.
Interesting. I have always heard Grandia's good. I kind of want to pick up the Dreamcast versions of them just because that's how I roll.
You know, I was wondering where this water was coming from.
Oh, is it daytime? Is it time to go fishing? I think it's daytime. I think it's time to go fishing. Want to come down and see how it looks down there first, though? What, is there a lot of water?
I'm just glad I have water walking boots.
I do not.
Well, then you have doomed the rest of the server, Max.
Well, that's a lot of water. Nice!
I hope he gives you a sponge so you can clean up your mess.
It's not that bad yet. We still gotta fill out, you know, going down this cave at the moment. There's probably a cave to the left. We're just drowning all the, enemies. That's it.
It doesn't really work on them.
Yeah. It makes me sad that it doesn't. But hey, at least we have more area in the hollow we can fish at. Actually, does the hollow spread faster than the corruption?
It's about the same.
Okay.
Well, my quest is done.
That easy, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's surface again, so I just went back to the castle.
Fair. Well, there's another herpling dead.
Oh, I got another bobber. You know, if you need one.
Nice. I might. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Man, this corruption really does spread fast. I guess we should work on getting to Plantita, shouldn't we? Or whatever her name is.
I mean, you got close enough.
Yeah.
Come back.
Oh, thank
Yep.
you.
You just building giant pumpkins?
I'm making super mega ultra pumpkin. Arise, pumpkin. Arise. Plus, then we'll know where all the pumpkin is, so we got that going for us.
That's a good point.
I guess I could have gone for the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, but didn't think about that till now.
You can't, because Apple has it.
Apple, I mean, I can. I already have it on Blu-ray, because that's just the way I roll, so Apple can't stop me.
Yeah, there's no,
Would you like assistance in building your pumpkin?
there's
You
no
want-
point in
Yeah, appreciate
switching, like, there was a point to switching from VHS to DVD. There's no point in switching from DVD to, streaming.
I ran out. I mean, that's true. Aside from convenience on some certain things, but it's like, I ran out of pumpkin. Hey. No, it's supposed to stay there. Put it back. Put it back.
No, pumpkin.
Alright, I'll let it be.
I convinced him.
Arise, pumpkin, arise.
Oh, if you need more pumpkin, I expanded the sky bridge to the right with some pumpkin.
Oh, thank you. I'll work on that after I get done with my fishing. What was that?
Punch, what kind of ghillie suit are you wearing?
Oh, it's somewhere in the tax collector's suit. But it has the grim dye that I got from special plants or whatever they are. So it just makes me look like I'm on fire.
Oh my goodness, what is this?
My generic rage
Oh
smolders.
my goodness.
Hey Max,
What's up?
I got something you will like. Whoa!
Excuse me.
Okay, here we go, hang on.
I guess I don't really need the fish finder. It's somewhat useful, but not, like, amazing. Is that Bugs Bunny?
It's a cat suit.
Oh. Ooh.
No, none of that.
I mean, he's the one who brought out the furry suit. Don't blame me. Alright, maybe blame me a little bit. I thought that was Bugs Bunny, honestly. Or legally distinct Bugs Bunny.
Oh. Legally
Bootleg
distinct
bunny?
Yeah,
Bootleg Bunny, yeah.
Bugs Chungus.
Begone,
Wait,
name.
it's my... it's my original creation, do not steal.
Huh? Hello?
Well, somebody's connecting.
The
It
yogurt?
is.
Man, we're getting off here in like 2 minutes!
That's unfortunate.
It is...
Timing.
I think we can go another 17. How you doing,
that's
Yogurt?
okay. I'll just chill in voice and watch you guys.
Fair, I was gonna say, I can leave the server up if you guys want. I just need to get to bed soon.
I was in the
probably
middle of
soon, too.
something, but I don't remember.
But I do want to do today's fishing quest before I
got
go.
distracted by a cat.
No, yeah, I could do today's fishing quest. That's a good idea.
Yeah. They have new fishing stuff too with the new update, so.
Oh yes, the labor of love.
Yeah. Added a lot of nice stuff.
Lloyd Kaufman.
Zombie fish, okay.
Yeah, I saw some of those new special seeds that they have, like the Zenith seed. Like, very interesting.
Oh gosh, ow, 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 ow. Yeah. I haven't seen the new seeds yet. We were trying to figure out how to get rid of the corruption.
Never mind, I need to update. Okay, whoops.
Yeah.
I'll just
yeah.
walk. That's okay. No worries.
I had to do that as well.
I just got home.
Fair. I understand. All too well. And I might have been making use of my unlimited water bucket. It's been a lot of fun, for me at least. Oh, hey, zombie fish. Done.
Did you make a new watering hole?
I've made many
He has
new
made a
watering holes,
watering hole
technically.
of half the world.
You know what? Hey,
made a
having a bottomless water bucket and a unlimited sponge or whatever it's called is actually quite lovely.
I don't think we have the sponge yet, but I could be wrong about that.
I'll be honest, I've been selling them.
Somebody probably has it.
Oh, guys, that could be a creeper. Very spoopy.
I'm not scared.
What if the creeper has a jetpack?
Then he's just a cool dude.
That sounds like a jerk mod for Minecraft that someone needs to make.
Yeah.
It's only fair if the player gets a gun.
Alright, but they're all supercharged creepers. Wish granted. Oh, I have some crate potions. I guess I could do that before ending Friend Night. I didn't realize they had a crossover with Minecraft at some point, or maybe they just don't care. Could be either or, really.
I know they had a crossover with Dungeon Defenders? Question mark.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who hasn't Dungeon Defenders had a crossover with, though?
I don't know.
So they have had a few. I think they had one in TF2 as well. I haven't played Dungeon Defenders in a long time, though. I'm a little surprised it's still active if it is.
It's not defended.
I'm okay with this.
That's troublesome. Imagine having a dungeon undefended.
Cringe.
I gotta do my push-ups tonight still. I'll do them a little after the stream.
Brotato, brotato.
Let's call the whole thing lunch. It's not too bad. Sing me a song, you're the Spider-Man. I don't think that's how that goes.
I think that's the
Would not be
Weird
opposed to that,
Al
though.
version.
Yeah, I think it's Sling Me a Web, though. Yeah, once this crate potion wears off, I'll call it for the night. It's working pretty well so far. But yeah, we're probably going to take on Plantera next time, by the way, Yogurt.
Did you do any significant progress today?
No.
No, mainly fishing.
Okay. No worry.
We didn't really know what to do next, or what to do
I
next.
mean,
or...
who was the
what
last
to do
boss
next?
you beat? We do the mechanic
Was that
bosses?
Punch?
We did one of them.
We did at least... As I say, we did at least one of them. I don't think we've done the worm yet, though, right?
Well, we need to do all of the mechanical bosses before we can do Plantera.
Okay.
But
well, we can do the destroyer next because I do have the destroyer summon.
yeah. Well, it's not too difficult to make those summons rather.
Yeah, because the last one would be the skull mechanical boss, right? There's only 3.
I got one of those.
Okay, so we can do that next time then, not tonight. I think we should try to do that with a team of 5 if possible.
The one nice thing about those summons is before you've actually beat them, you can get a random drop of the summon instead of having to get all the components to make it.
Yeah, because I did get one of the destroyers, and I definitely did not craft it. What I'm trying to say. I still wish you could fish up or catch the seagulls and turn them into chum for fishing. Or basically any other animal. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I like the idea of a fishing game that lets me use an Uzi.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, there's always
there is Breath of the Wild where you can just go bomb fishing.
It's not quite as fun. But you're right, that is a thing.
Oh, I guess I can collect vine rope from vines now. That's nice. I am out of room. I better sell some stuff before I open anything else. Let's see. Shrimp don't need, red snappers don't need, tuna. That's actually trout. But tuna don't need either way.
You could also, instead of selling all your fish, put them in a cook pot or whatever, and make some lovely fish stew. Well, not fish stew, but
I didn't even think about
cooked
that.
fish or whatever.
I'll think about that next time then, because I'm not opposed to that. Just didn't even think about that, honestly.
Yeah, typically I usually sell all of mine, and then I'll have like one type of food buff.
Fish for that.
Usually I do pumpkin pie because I think those are 45-minute buffs for a medium. I think it's a medium buff.
That makes sense. Right.
Which is pretty decent. But I mean, 45 minutes is pretty crazy if you're good at not dying.
Yeah. And I was going to say, especially since we have a bunch of pumpkins at the moment, so we could craft them. That actually might be a good one to keep. I got an inner tube.
It's not a tuma.
Not a tumor. Huggy. Put the cookie down. Now. Cobalt? Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Else, I probably should keep those actually. And keep that. Keep that for a second.
Ha.
I'll pause everything now and call it a night. Phil, are you available next week?
As far as I know.
Okay. So 8 o'clock next week then? Central, I should say.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's not like you have
Alright,
any
I'm gonna-
trick-or-treaters coming in.
Not until Sunday, I don't. So Des
No,
Moines
no,
or
Monday.
Iowa, I should say. is a little-
Monday.
Nope,
Monday.
not us. I was about to explain. Ours is weird. So
Oh, you
apparently,
push it to Monday? Or, sorry, Sunday?
no, yeah. So we push it to the day before because for some reason my city thinks, yeah, pushing it to the not day of Halloween will make it so there's less pranks. No, I'm not. Nope, don't believe that.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
It's not very.
I mean,
it's not a very
said-
smart plan.
Yeah, if they said like, "Oh, we're pushing it to the closest weekend," I'd be like, "Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, I can respect that.
Yeah. No, that's not why they do it.
Whatever."
It's pretty dumb.
Not my
Yeah.
city. I'm not gonna
It-
complain about it too much.
I'm not complaining about it. I'm just calling it dumb because it is dumb.
Yeah.
It is neat, Pilot. How you doing, Pilot?
Before you go,
It's just
come
like-
look what I built this time. Whee.
All right, give me 1 second.
All right, I gotta see this.
I'm also curious. All right, go ahead. But Phil, I will say, you're inviting a creeper to your house.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, I just realized it's Halloween season because the stupid rats are wearing slime costumes.
But we are getting lots of pumpkins, so we got that going for us.
Yes, that
stole
is nice.
everyone's slime banners and put them in here.
Well done.
Oh,
Hey!
Oh wow.
Good job, Max.
I mean, listen, as I said, he invited a creeper. I had to throw
on.
something.
Werewolf.
Oops.
wow. It's quite a few slime and banners.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
wow. This looks lovely.
Another
Mushroom
werewolf.
bar. There you go.
Is it a full moon? It is a full
It
moon.
is.
Practical joke.
Oh, I guess we can do that before we. I want to fight some werewolves.
You
Alright,
enable
well.
PvP. All right, time to fight.
Yeah. I think Punch would win.
I don't know. Phil seems a little aggressive today.
He blew up my house.
I mean, to be fair, Phil, I did literally warn you before I went over and said, you know, you're inviting a creeper, right? And you did, okay,
You didn't
it'll be
have
fine.
to roleplay.
I mean, that's true. But as soon as you heard you invited a creeper over, you should have known what was
Armed
going to happen.
explosive larpers on my lawn.
I'm sorry, Phil, though. I
It
apologize.
was a quick fix.
I know, but I'm still sorry. I can understand the frustration when somebody comes along and destroys what you worked on. I apologize.
I need. Well, okay. Okay, this house is built on thievery anyway, of all the banners, so. Oh.
I
You
mean,
are not the only guilty
I guess
one.
Ooh, I want that. What is that? Brisk adhesive bandage?
You got some
Oh yeah,
biscuit?
you're gonna need
Me-
that for the egg shield.
Oh, well, I'm glad I have it then.
Makes you immune to bleed, I believe.
It does. I didn't realize that a lot of enemies made you bleed.
Yeah, just the nasty ones.
Oh, okay. Good. So this banana ring is actually kind of great.
You have full bananas. I think you can stack 5. Oh, you got a moon charm. Very lovely.
Oh, is that good?
Yeah, it's good for making the celestial shell.
Oh, I didn't
You
realize
need
that.
the
Okay.
moon charm, the Neptune shell,
Neptune's beard.
Yeah, that's the hard one.
and the moonstone and the sunstone. I think.
Okay.
Is it moonstone?
So I
and
got to start at the
sunstone?
very least.
I can't
I
remember.
think you really just need the 2 of them at this point, but I could be wrong. They might have simplified it. I can look it up.
There. I am no longer a creeper.
Now you're a furry.
We solved the problem.
I am-
finally!
I am resisting so hard making the noise that Punch hates at the moment.
Alright, so I get you the moon shell, which...
Look, he's
Yeah, you're right, you do
deliberately
need the
trying to
celestial
ignore
stone.
you. You'd better do
Derp.
it.
I said I'm resisting.
And I'm not helping.
Fair.
Oof.
What's up?
Well, so vampires during the solar eclipse and golem for
Other stuff?
post-Plantera.
How often is a solar eclipse? Not frequently?
Well, about as often as a blood moon,
happens
really.
After
Oh, okay.
you beat Plantera? Question mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit of time. We can do the mechanical bosses next time, and hopefully we can do
There
Plantera
are a
next time.
lot of things
Oh.
that pop off once you finish Plantera.
I'm doing pretty well, Pilot. Yeah, thank you for asking. You getting your update?
That's
your,
the beginning of post game, I'd say.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I have been wanting to play Trails in the Sky. One of my friends did a review, and I haven't played it yet. I also know Trails in the Sky is a very long game, like 200 hours for each Trail in the Sky.
Oh.
Is that something? Is that about right?
Wait, okay, sorry. I looked this up to be sure. A solar eclipse can happen at any time after the player has defeated the Wall of Flesh and any of the mechanical bosses. So not
Yeah.
Plantera.
Oh, so
So if
That's
you
true.
defeated one set of the mechanical bosses, then you can get the solar eclipse. But obviously, it's completely random.
right. I guess we'll see if it's a solar eclipse today, and if it is, we won't end quite yet. But if it's not, we're ending now. Because, I mean, I guess we kind of need it. I mean, I guess we don't need to do a solar eclipse, but it does help a lot, doesn't it? With the items we can get. Maybe.
It's another fishing mission, though.
Hey,
Oh.
don't ask me.
Oh, let's do another fishing mission real quick. Yeah. I could be Laura Croft. Ooh. Sorry, I got her
I don't
outfit.
think you actually could, but you don't have enough polygons for that.
Let's
No,
find
no,
out.
You have too many.
Let's not find out
polygons.
if you have enough polygons for that.
Oh my goodness.
Gray-haired Laura Croft with climbing gloves. Yeah, and you know, on a male. This was an awful idea, and as soon as I stop petting my cat, I will put my clothes back on.
Don't take that
It
out
just
of
sounds
context.
like you're petting your cat and the dude.
Twitch, please no ban.
Where is... It's updated. I could technically join now, but it's like, it's too late.
Yeah,
I don't want
so
to. I don't want to.
we are honestly ending. Right, yeah, we are literally just ending for the... After we do the fishing quest this time. Unless, like, something crazy happens in the next 30 seconds. But I'd like to go to bed.
Phil triggers a solar
Yep.
eclipse.
Right? Honestly, yeah, if I didn't need to be up tomorrow, but it's like, I typically
I get you. I get
like
you.
to, yeah. I like to go to daily mass when on my days off, and I like to, exercise after daily mass, so.
Must be nice.
It is! I really appreciate the fact that I work 4 10-hour days, and then I get 3 days off a week.
Okay, have a good one.
Not Phil.
Bye.
You guys take it easy.
You as well, Punch.
Good
Have a good night.
call.
God bless both of you.
Litter punch.
Just getting this last. I actually really do like the banana ring. I hope they have an upgrade to that.
Yeah, okay. I mean, the quickest
No,
clue
that's
if there's an
unfortunate.
upgrade, like something through like questing or whatever, if your weapon,
Right.
if on the description it says material, then you know you
that's true.
do make something else out of it.
Yeah.
But I think out of all the boomerang type weapons, I think that's the best one.
That's unfortunate because I
no.
actually kind of like it, but I mean, it makes sense too. It does throw really fast. Okay. Cool, that's done. Nice.
I'm looking this up right now just to see.
Fair.
Oh, light discs are pretty good. Wait, hold on. Okay, so banana ring is 45. Light discs are 60. Possessed hatchets are 80. I forgot about those. Okay, so it looks like possessed hatchets are the best, and you can get those dropped by Golem. And then light discs,
Okay.
you make those from Hallow bars, which drop from mechanical bosses.
Okay.
Banana rings, I'd stick with those and use your hallowed bar for other stuff. Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
I mean the banana.
hold on. I forgot. Well, I wasn't reading it correctly. There's also the Paladin's Hammer, which you can get from the Paladin enemy, which I believe it's released in the dungeon after Plantera.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, wait. There's a freaking... Okay. Wait, what the heck? This is the worst spreadsheet ever.
I'm wondering if it's out of date because I was gonna say the banana ring's at 56 damage now.
Oh, maybe. But the spreadsheet...
Weather radio of Prince
still
Spade.
sucks, because the Paladin's Hammer is 90, and that's shown underneath the banana ring.
That's kind of stinky, yeah.
Stupid.
Okay.
And then there's the Sergeant United Shield, which says 80.
Right.
It's purchased from the Traveling Merchant for 35 gold.
Right.
Probably after Plantera is defeated, I don't know.
That makes sense, yeah. Let's see. Excellent.
Matt will be back. In the meantime, proclaim the gospel with truth, love, and sincerity, even to those who don't understand.
Yeah, I figured it's a nice way to phrase that one, because obviously there's that false quote to St. Francis of Assisi. It's like, let's make that a little bit more accurate.
Yeah. Everybody always falsely attributes that to him. It's like,
I don't know if we have any
you really
extra...
just want to put St. Francis of Assisi on a pedal stool, don't you?
Yeah. They most of the time do, unfortunately. It's like, that's why it's like, let's make it a little bit more accurate, and it's like, I know that obviously he wasn't a hippie, but at the same time, he is, kind of associated with the animal, so I thought this would be a nice, away screen / exit screen, so. It might be a little bit loud for them being so I'll turn that down a little bit. I thought it'd be a nice thing to just have a little bit of an outro, honestly. It's like, especially if I have any closing thoughts, or if anybody else in the chat, we can have closing thoughts for like the brief 3 minutes.
For sure. Well, you could
Especially
also,
since I already didn't.
because you don't have this as just your full screen. You could put it like beneath the game, and when you close the game, it shows that. It's like, oh yeah,
I really want to do that.
I'm
Yeah.
playing the St. Francis of Assisi game. Like, where can I download this? I really want it.
That would be fun. Yeah, I was gonna do this last night, but my computer crashed when I was streaming. So it's like, well, I guess that's not happening now.
It happens, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was just glad it was the first time it's happened in 8 months, I think, for me. So that's not the worst thing. Plus, I admittedly just really like this remix of Skies of Arcadia. I think since technically it's a remix, it's technically illegal, so... I could be wrong about that. I don't know. Most remixes don't go ahead and actually, do copyright content, to my understanding. I think most are just happy they're using them. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off the voice chat since it should be like another minute though, Yogurt. So I will talk to you soon, okay?
No worries, my friend.
All right. You have a good night. God bless. I'll go ahead and mute it there myself because it did end. I chose the exact right moment, apparently. In that case, you all have a good night. God bless. Remember that God loves each and every one of you. Bones no more. Pax a bonum. I did say night prayers with my son as well, so otherwise I would go ahead and end with night prayers. But until then, you all have a good night. God bless. I'll be back tomorrow with Parasite Eve. It should be the finale. I'm talking too much for a ending screen now. Bye, guys.